What is going on, Scorpio? Scorpio, you were pretty adamant on coming out. I normally, honestly, don't do Scorpio because of the fact that I go by the views. Okay, but Scorpio, hey, maybe there's some Scorpios out there that may run across and may need to really hear this message, and the divine just knows, right? There's no mistakes, right? So, Scorpio, we are here. And I want to say grand rising to you, okay, and all the Scorpios out there. And I hope that there is an energy. Do not give your energy away to anybody, right? Know what we are going through in our life. Okay, quick disclaimer for you. Okay? Switch the roles and the way the story fits for you, Scorpio. All right, divine, what is the message for Scorpio? So I've seen Karen connections twice, okay? There could be something that is wanting to be said. We have the throat chakra here. Someone is awakening to their voice. It could have been something that has not been said in a long time. And it's only because there has been a shift in plan, a shift in perspective about things that have value, okay, in our lives. Karen connections is something that, yeah, there we go again, that has value, okay? There could have been a choice. We have indecision here. So, Scorpio, you could have been indecisive. Or, this is the way someone could have felt towards you. The indecision led to emotionally, leaving something behind. Okay, and now kind of like going back to it. Give me a little bit more energy for you, Scorpio. Okay. The indecision is stemming from the fact that a lot of you guys may feel at the time that someone has put their priorities is set somewhere else. Someone has pulled their energy away. Okay, perhaps just to focus on themselves. Something here that you were indecisive of, Scorpio, or vice versa here, is focusing on their own life. I see someone that is stable, someone that may be a mystery to you with the black cat. This may be causing a lot of anxiety here. For some of you Scorpios here. Okay, that someone has stepped through like a threshold of healing and happiness. Or maybe because of what someone believes. The spiritual beliefs in this situation may be different. Okay, the values. It's like usually those are the things that are connected. Whether we're connected to someone because of a karmic lesson or toxicities or addiction. When I remember when I was in my addictions, I asked myself, what was it that had value in any of the friendships? Was it the addiction that kept you guys hanging out? Was it the drinking, the smoking, or whatever? Okay, that kept you around these people? When you really think back, it was the addiction that kept you karmically attached and stuck to situations. So there's an awakening on the horizon, and there's definitely divine judgment across the land. And I feel like it's definitely helping people that have been stuck in stagnant steps, and it's to like really go over themselves, a state of reflecting on what matters to you in life. And I feel like you could be at that stage for some of you Scorpios where you're thinking about things that matter after dealing with, a lot of indecision. Okay. I don't know what your indecision was for some of you, or you just was chosen to stay closed off. Okay. There's a realization now of there's a bigger world out there behind the limitations that we set for ourselves. Okay, so there was a limit, or choosing to stay limit. Okay, yeah, where she's at is very comfortable, right? But that gate there is like a bigger world. So someone was dreaming about a certain life or a certain way. Whoever is embodying this energy of choosing to stay closed off in their comfortable space is now going through a realization. It's like indecision of what wanted, what is needed, what is wanted. Maybe I'm not interested in what is out there. All I see is everything around me that I'm used to being, used to embodying, accepted for so long about myself. Okay, but the world is big, and it's also a school, okay, for us to learn. And I feel like here someone is definitely self-reflecting on some type of expansion, but it's like not knowing, because someone could have done so much work on oneself that they will be even open to repeat. Okay, when someone does the spiritual work, it's because they chose to go in a period of isolation and quiet the noise from the outside world, right? Quieting themselves from other people to kind of delude or cause illusion in the process of awakening. And someone here has done the spiritual work, and they decided to step through some type of door of happiness and healing. And I feel like the person that tried to stay attached and bounded to things and different structures and wearing this mask of life, not really embodying what really is wanted here. That's why we're just choosing to be comfortable, if I make any sense to you. It's like someone wants to come out with a mask now. Someone wants to reveal why they chose to be indecisive or why they chose to be in this period. Okay, there's an energy of also wanting to manifest, using the art of manifestation. There could have also been a lot of dark energy, okay, because of envy and jealousy. Okay, so as I cut the deck before I started the reading, before I picked up the Zodiac deck, I see Archangel Michael here. Okay, so someone here is definitely have Archangel Michael, which is an angel of protection. There's envy and an energy of a Three of Swords and the Tower. So with the storm warning, it's like there's a cleanse, right? There's a cleanse amongst this situation. That Archangel Michael here is showing up in the reading. Whether this is a protector angel, so something here that is karmically playing out that was toxic, okay? It could have been games or something that has someone pulling away all the love away, has love for the situation, but there's like an agitation surrounding this. And through the exposure of other energies that may be involved with the community card here and the sun, okay, so someone was prioritizing or their values could have been happiness somewhere else. But with the sun energy on the community, I feel like there's something that's being exposed about a community or an involvement and something here that is changing. Okay, there's a shift and there's anxiety playing out. Okay, because it's like not knowing what is about to come back, the backfire of it all. Okay. We gonna read it because it's here. Okay, someone didn't want to evolve here. Someone wanted to be, someone was comfortable with being in a dark place. Someone was comfortable with trying to manifest things without doing the work. Okay, but there's a jealousy stemming from the fact that someone chose to do the work, if I make any sense to you, Someone has been guided on a specific way. Okay, and we all have a path, and this is through the power of someone's intuition. Okay, so we have Goddess of the Moon. So goddess energy showing up on the side of this woman holding a coin energy. Someone has used their intellect, their mind, their intuition to be divinely guided and led. Or when you're on the temple path, this is a spiritual one. With the orbs that surround the temple signify like ancestors, spirits of the other side or the other realm, right, that leads you down a specific path. And with the yin and yang here, I feel like this path is a balance of like this really peaceful, happy energy. Okay, when you're on a spiritual path, you're also a guide in some way. Okay, whether you want to see a teacher, you're a teacher because you've learned life lessons. And with these life lessons, you didn't change, like I said, in many of the readings that I did today. There's something that's being illuminated to the collective, to the masses, of a rising, okay, of the 144,000. Okay, the energy frequency, not just the people, it's a frequency that we get to. And there's a jealousy of not being able to embody this. I'm telling you, this is why the wickedness is here. Okay, this is a wicked situation where, there are a community of people that had a wicked agenda that's now in this cleanse. There's a cleanse among the land. And with Archangel Michael showing up here with the sword here, this is like a period of calm. Okay, you know how they say the calm before the storm, or whichever format you want to go about it. But this door to personal healing and happiness is a choice. Okay, do we choose to stay bounded towards energies or toxicity? Okay, somehow, some way, eventually, when we see there's nothing coming out of it, the mask comes off. And for many of us, it could be many different lifetimes. Okay, that we're finally seeing the deceit that we embody, or the deceit surrounding situations. Okay, what is the main energy for Scorpio? 9 minutes in, Scorpio. What does Spirit have to say? Looking at the investments of it all, is the situation going to grow? It's a missed opportunity, I always say, and it may feel disappointment at the time, but It's a missed opportunity when it's something that was going to grow out of it. What I'm seeing here, you're overlooking your values. You're overlooking things. And people may have underestimated this energy. Okay, so some energies are feeling the disappointment or missed opportunity, but it's actually divine protection here, landing on top of Archangel Michael, that you walked away. There wasn't an opportunity from the start, Scorpio. It was for you to take your power back against the naysayers here, against people who have something to say about what you can create. Okay, you walking away and detaching yourself away from these connections that you could have been attracted to, or staying in a connection where people were going to prioritize everybody else and make you the option, right? This lie that came from this Page of Swords here, and this person is at the beginning. Okay, the stage that I see that you're at, and your involvement, like it's like you have evolved to a certain state of being, okay, where you don't need to feel validated in any type of way, but it's like a focus on oneself. It's like a pure connection to the divine, embodying divine energy. And there is a guidance here with the temple path energy because you chose to do the work. Or you could be seeing someone go through this, Scorpio, and not be in indecision or not trying to just stay closed off, because time waits for no one, and we have but a time here. Okay, so if we don't try to bring ourselves out of being comfortable, I feel like it's time to step out of our comfort zone here. I don't have moonology, but I feel like that someone is about to be stepping out of their comfort zone into balance, temperance energy. Now realizing that you have to go with the flow of life. You can't force anybody to change. You can't force anybody to want what you want. When we graduate to that point, we realize that everybody is not going to want what we want. Some people choose to be this dark witch here. Some people see the light behind them, that palace, but they don't want to go. They still have some inner wounds that they have to heal. Anger, side of their hearts for something, or what life has given us, not knowing that we sign up for our own life or our own contracts. The negative things, believe it or not, that happens is the lesson or choice that you chose to incarnate to learn. Perhaps your life was so good and peaceful and rich. Perhaps you choose to come here in this lifetime to suffer, to see. This is how we become humble, and we learn, and we take humble approaches by people. We don't have an arrogant action towards people who are suffering or people who have less than. Okay, this is the energies that you come back to work on when it comes down by experiencing it. Experience is the best teacher. So when you're experiencing a lower energy, or maybe things may not come to you easy in life, it definitely brings you, because someone I'm seeing here has chose to be this goddess of the moon energy, trust themselves, trust their guidance, and it may not have appeared shiny from the way the world views it, but you chose to be peculiar, and you chose to do some type of work and step on some type of path. And I'm here to tell you, temperance or being seen as this, and definitely embodying it. You wouldn't have came out that way. Or you're seeing somebody go through this, Scorpio. The envy is stemming from the state that someone was able to come out and step out of their comfort zone here. This is making energies very unhappy. They feel challenged. Someone is going through a massive ego death here. Because they're a control freak, and someone lives their life as a lie. Someone acts too fast without thinking. Okay, someone's temperance is making someone reevaluate to the state of being, to wanting to do some type of work, because they're seeing that always doing it the easy way, okay, has led them to this. Yeah, and that's really all I have to say, okay, for you, Scorpio. I don't want to get too long, but understanding that this leap of faith that someone is about to take, okay, it could be risky for some of you, but you have to. Okay, the outcome could be great. Someone took a risk even, and thought too fast and went into a connection with people or energies that did not love them. But, there's also an awakening when it comes to that. What do you learn in that situation? Okay. Everything that glitter ain't gold, basically. Okay. So what does the fairies have to say? I'm going to end it out. I don't know why. Tell me no. I don't know why, Scorpio. Grab the fairies. Spirit dancer. Yeah, someone was really fickle about exploring different things here. There's a spirit, it's like exploring, okay? Someone is about to tap into something that is very ancient with the oak man. It's stronger than an intuition, but it's like being spiritually initiated, okay? And there are a lot of energies that, okay, are watching behind the scene with the feline here. It's like an observer, a sneaky observer. Here, a half stepper, right? But it's something about someone's old soul here that is helping people come to like these resolutions to this. Like I said, it's like when you see someone able to do it, you realize, and instead of trying to copy and mimic, you realize that you have this inside of yourself. And the half-stepping energy is now wanting to speak up and be honest because they see it's something about it being fertile. There's something about it growing. There's a nurturing aspect to how someone's delivery is. To not seem big-headed or to not seem arrogant. There's a very loving and a nurturing way to this energy, okay, that is helping people achieve or retrieve something that was lost. Someone is feeling a surge. I mean, I'm gonna tell you here, it could be people that literally could be reaching out. There's like a surge of energy with the raw here because someone feels like they miss someone's nurturing energy, or they're not afraid of the nurturing energy anymore. They're not afraid to open their throat chakra or to be honest. They could have been before, but because someone is so loving and kind, so it's like someone feels comfortable that was very deceitful towards this person. Someone feels like they could come to this person when at one point they were very controlling over it. I don't know if I'm just going to, I'm telling you guys, this is really what it is. And I don't really have nothing else to say about it at the time, Scorpio. Whichever side you choose to fit. There's a strong guidance here to do some type of work by watching some type of growth or something coming to fruition for someone else, which is good. That's light work, right? So peace, love, and light to you, Scorpio. I hope the message was helpful for you. All right, namaste, peace, bye.